why I got banned from Ponytown. It's a bit of a story, so I'm actually doing this on a stream and recording it so I can upload this after. The first thing is a little bit of background context. So, when Agamemnon, or Aggie, left the Ponytown team, he gave the source code, the files, to distribute to the public so they could open custom servers and compile it themselves. A few months after this, when servers started opening up, like Durgan's Town, Sleepy Town, Brony Town, etc., etc., I decided, hey, I really want to open my own. To which I found some people to help me out. I found a couple of devs. I found some mods, some admins, some artists. And everything went well. Everything went really well for a little while. It was called Theatown. It was great. I say great. It was really, really clearly under development. But in just mere weeks, we managed to have running, which is now implemented as a spacebar into quite a few different games, such as Ashes Town, which I'm playing now. You hold the spacebar, it sprints. We also had a custom map. I think we were one of the few custom servers that actually had an enlarged map that ran stably. We had dedicated hosts, all of the fancy stuff. I mean, it was a bit expensive to run, but it ran. It was great. We never managed to go for Patreon or anything because one day one of the devs asked me, oh, hey, can I invite my girlfriend? And, it seems unfair for me to have my girlfriend on there, ex-girlfriend on there, and him not to have his. I was like, well, sure, can she moderate? She could moderate if she wanted. It's like, yeah, sure. So she joined, and she was a bit rough on the moderation because our rules were very relaxed and laid back. You could, chill out, swear, fuck around, doesn't matter. And we wouldn't really be that harsh. It was only if you were going around spamming words and shit like, not nice words, being just plain offensive. Being a plain dick was pretty much the rule, was don't be a dick was the overall. And she was very heavy on a moderation. She would catch people for saying, just having a conversation, having a rude word in there on the 18+. She was very, very heavy. So I spoke to the dev, it's like, can you chill your girlfriend out a bit? She's really heavy on the moderation. And he got a bit defensive. But we put it behind us. And then one night I went through a really tough time, and I was like, okay, I can't deal with the project right now. So I spoke to them, and I ended up getting myself really pissed off, and I was like, that's it, I'm out of the project. And the way I came across was, I'm done, I don't want anything to do with this anymore. But the way I meant it was, I want to break from it. I still want to run it, I still want it, I'm still paying for it, but I just want to break from it. But the argument got heated, and they basically seen it as, I don't want to run this anymore, which I did. It was one of my dreams to run my own, or even just be a moderator in one of them. Just seeing the moderator tag, just being able to watch over a community, just was a dream to me. And for a while it did happen, and I loved it. I loved every second of being able to come on and just chill and hang out, tag or not, just relax. And everything was going well for a while. And then after that argument, he basically said, look, you're off. And I was like, well, you can't kick me off. I'm pretty much the director of the team. I own the game. And obviously, me not knowing shit about development, he decided, well, no, you're not. So he took the entire team away, took all of my files, took all of the shit from the server we had, deleted all of my stuff, and added a redirect from my URL to his game, which is now named Mystical Meadows. Mystical Meadows took a while to get back up and running after the incident. And it did eventually come online, but the community and player base hasn't quite been the same. It hasn't quite give off the same aura, the same vibe. And don't get me wrong, Mystical Meadows has come really far. I'm really happy with it. Even though I don't run it, I'm not a moderator. I'm not even on the lists as being like, oh, hey, you helped. Which, okay, I guess, whatever. Didn't start the project. I didn't bring everybody together. But, you know, same with Ponytown. I did so much. I ran a Discord server from fucking 2017 or something that started off as just me and a few pals and eventually became the main go-to Ponytown server after I contributed. Cheers. Which became the main, you know, hub for Ponytown. And after I got banned from Mystical Meadows, after I got removed from Theatown, everything I spoke to Industrialist, he's like, well, it's not my problem, I don't care. He's seen absolutely nothing wrong with the fact that my game was just taken away from me, I'd lost everything, but because they're under a new name, they can still get Patreon benefits, they can still go and do their own thing, you know? It's like, okay. Yeah. That's nice of you. So, again, he's seen nothing wrong with that. It's like, well, I mean, I guess it's not really your problem, so I don't think you care. A little while later, I was just chilling on PT, and I met a guy who was like, oh, hey, I heard you wanted to start a PT server up again. It's like, well, I considered it, and I wanted to, but the fuck on of it. I don't know any developers that are looking to start one up, or else they would have already done it by now, and I don't really want to do it anymore. And he pushed me, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Even if I'm just moderating or administrating or just popping on from time to time, I'll give it a shot. So we started working together on this project, and I got a message from Industrialist one day asking, because I explained the whole Mystical Meadows incident to him, and it turns out he'd doxed the main developer of Mystical Meadows, which wasn't a great thing for me. And it's like, oh shit, okay, well, I didn't know he'd done that, and I messaged him pretty much instantly and said, I heard you did this shit, we're out, we're over, that's it, it's done. And I dropped the project entirely. I was out of there quicker than a fucking bolt of lightning. But Industrialist didn't like that. He thought I was going to go ahead. He thought I knew, so he assumed. He assumed I knew that all of this shit was going on. It's like, well, no, I didn't. He never mentioned shit. And it kind of pissed me off that he assumed that I did. Like, I don't know what my staff members do in their own time. They could watch porn or some shit, and I don't know. If he wants to dox people in his own time, that's down to him. And obviously I can see the problem with it, which is what Industrialist tried to explain to me. It's like, no, you don't need to explain. I can see the problem. Millions of people, or thousands of people, or whatever, hundreds of people rather, signing into this game with their emails, Facebooks, Twitters, Discords. That's so much information to go off for somebody who likes to dox people just off of a name. Just purely a name, an in-game character name, and he found the real name. And that's not a good thing when you're a developer. And Industrialist lost his shit, and I was a Patreon Tier 2 supporter at the time. And he not only revoked my supporter for something that happened outside of game. Bearing in mind, he seen no problem with something that happened in a custom server that got revoked from me for some bullshit reason, because I was running through a rough time. But he revoked my Patreon supporter because I was talking to someone on Discord. And that really did piss me off quite a lot. And I questioned him, like, well, why'd you do that? And when I went to re-add my Patreon supporter, I found out I was banned from it permanently. It's like, again, why? What's the problem here? And he explained to me he's sick of me doing this shit. It's like, well, there's very little drama in my life. And Ponytown doesn't cause much drama. I don't cause much drama with you. I'm chill. But yeah, so that kind of caused problems. To which I argued it out for probably about a week with him about how it was really incredibly dumb. The fact that something that happened to me, he doesn't give a shit about. But then suddenly I'm involved in something that I didn't even know I was involved in, and I get removed from being able to give them money. Hang on. And this kicked off a lot more, because after we argued, I got banned from the game, and it really pissed me off. Hence why I'm now banned from Ponytown, is because I argued with Industrialists over something that happened outside of game in Discord. We didn't even have the server. We didn't have any physical server. I didn't have the money at the time to start one. He didn't have the money at the time to start one. But because we'd planned on it, he decided to pull a dick move. It's like, that's a bit of a dick move on you, dude. So I stopped playing entirely for a while after I got the perm PT ban. I tried to get in contact with Industrialist, and he just point blank refused. Just kept me blocked. And it's like, well, if you want to be a child here, that's down to you. I mean, I never talked to anybody, and I can see why, because it was just less drama. Aggie's doing well, by the way. He's not working on many projects. Aggie.io's looking good now. But yeah. So, after that, I was plagued by a few people like, oh, you should try this game, you should try that game. It's like, I'll just stick to playing Clone Hero once in a blue moon, fucking playing that on just my channel, and it just really didn't attract attention. Nobody wanted to watch it, nobody cared. And I still stream just for the fun of it. I stopped uploading videos, I kind of ditched the channel, and I focused more on my life. Got myself a decent job, a nice car, and then my ex broke up with me because I was apparently abusing her, mentally abusing her, because I couldn't talk to her every second of my life while I was working. So, yeah, cool. Basically, an old friend interfered and made it seem like I was abusing her. So that broke my heart. The PT ban really hurt. So I was pretty fucked up, and I was just throwing myself into work, not giving a shit about my health, not giving a shit about myself. And I went on holiday a few days after she broke up with me, and I was pretty fucking heartbroken. So during the day, I would just like sit and look at my phone with no bars of signal on this remote island, which me and Psycho are going on holiday there in August this year. First holiday together, or I hope so. It's booked anyway. Whether she can go, hopefully. I've got the holidays booked in. But yeah. Off topic. So yeah, that shit happened, and it wasn't very nice. It was pretty horrible, so I spent a lot of my time on the island just getting hammered. And one night I went down to the pub, I got absolutely shit-faced just because I was feeling so fucking depressed and sick of my life. I came back to the apartment just up the road, and I just got totally shit-faced. Like, I got so drunk, I remember streaming. Fuck knows what was said on that stream. I deleted it the next day so I didn't ever have to look back at it. And ever since then, I started to feel slightly better about myself, you know? Started to care a little bit more about life. I don't know what I said, but I must have got something off my, chest. But yeah, after that, I felt great. Started getting myself back up. I even tried that Tinder out, but it didn't get me very far up in Scotland, so, yeah. Got me people relatively nearby, but I didn't want people relatively nearby where it was, because it was a holiday place. I wanted people local to where I live. So, yeah. After coming home and feeling much better about the whole incident, everything was pretty good. My life was starting to come back together, and then somebody said, hey, do you still play Ponytown? And it broke me straight away. I was like, no, I can't play it. That was my life for years, 2016 to 2019, 2020. 4 or 5 years of just getting home and logging onto that game and just seeing my friends. Lost. Space of an hour. Gone. Fucking, that really broke me, man. 4 years and I'd never been any problem to anyone. But this new developer comes along and suddenly he's got every fucking problem with me in the world. I mean, Tio Rafa is an exception because I spoke to someone who was very close to him, and yeah, that didn't go well for him or me. So, yeah. But yeah. Moving on. So I then decided, hey, you know what? I'll just go out on a limb and I'll try Mystical again. And the community was quiet. I didn't know anybody. I didn't recognize anybody. I was like, you know what? I'll try Sleepy Town, and I couldn't get into it. And I dropped on to Ashes. And I would come on and sit on my own, just looking a bit like I don't know what I'm doing here. I haven't had to make a new community, join in, I haven't had to do anything in here. I've never met anybody. I don't know anybody. I've never had to rebuild my friend community from scratch. You know, my Discord server had like 1,500 members, and quite a lot of them I knew, and it was just gone. So I was like, fuck. I don't know how to talk to people. Back when I was something, I could talk to anybody, but my confidence was that broken. I couldn't talk to anybody in the game. If the OC looked like they were roleplay, I didn't want to interrupt. It's a rule in this game that you can't interrupt a roleplay if it's clearly ongoing. I mean, you could probably ask, but if there's a roleplay, just don't disturb it. They're doing things. They probably don't want you in there. Hence, a few days after I met this person called Caprice. Caprice was the first person I'd actually talked to in this game. And they seemed chill. Everything was fucking amazing. I was on all the time. I was starting to get back in. I was like, I think I want to be here now. I want to get back into this game. And, of course, Pink Lumen showed up. And everybody can remember the stream. Pink Lumen showed up to my stream while, I think I'd had a couple of drinks or something. Did I have a couple of drinks? I think Psycho was next to me. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna spread some bullshit. And he started saying that I doxed people. And it's like, no. I can't dox, I can't DDoS. My server that I now own is used purely for, like, file hosting. If I've got too much shit on my computer and I just need rid of it. Like, throw it on the server, ditch it. It's there if I ever need it again. Like, the real tech patch, it's not very often that I use it, but I do use it, and I don't have to, like, to re-download it. So he started accusing me of doxing people, and obviously I was like, shit. I haven't done anything. I've just started playing. It's been a year. Fucking drop it. Literally, Pink, drop it. I don't care what you have to say. I haven't played this game in a fucking year. You know my ass got banned from Ponytown, and you're trying to break me down already. And yet you pretend to be this all fucking, oh, look at me, I'm better than everybody else. And yet you go around literally breaking people down to make you look better. Trying to embarrass people. And he actually kind of showed himself up that night. Because Nightly got in contact with me. Because I was like, shit, I'm going to get banned. For something I haven't even done. I've been on here like a day. I've done nothing. Literally nothing. Nightly got in contact with me because Pink was like, oh, I'm going to get you banned, yada yada yada. There's probably screenshots in mine and Psycho's chat somewhere. And it's like, oh, watch this, he'll be banned in like a few seconds. And I wasn't still playing because Pink was literally talking out of his ass, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. It's kind of fortunate because I didn't get banned. And I'm really enjoying the game. Really enjoying being back in a community where I can just chill out and hang and relax. But I got on talking and things have been okay so far. And I did actually apply just to be a moderator, just to give it another go, I think I could still do it. I think I've probably still got the touch. I used to do it all the time. Moderate 1,500 people on the daily. The server used to be good. The fucking community was amazing. Everybody knew each other. It was chill. And then since the PT devs got a hold of it, all I've heard is bad reports and drama from it. It's like, oh, glad I don't deal with that anymore. Always used to be friendly when I was there. But, So, yeah, that's the story of me getting banned from Ponytown. All because of one fucking person. Myself. All because I started up my own custom server. Everything kicked off. If I didn't start my own custom server, I would have still been sat playing Ponytown. But I also would have never met Psycho. I would have probably not been where I am now. I probably wouldn't have had a job, or a nice phone, or a nice car. So, yeah, I'm kind of grateful. But I've moved on. I don't see this as a life anymore. I don't see this as like a way forward. I just see this as like a hobby, somewhere to chill, somewhere to relax, somewhere to just hang out. If I want to meet people, go ahead. It's just internet ponies. It's not whiskey. It's beer. Anyway. So yeah, that's the story of me getting banned from Ponytown. And I hope I answered some people's questions. I hope everybody's happy. And I hope that you now know why I was banned from Ponytown. Because my God, I am sick of explaining this. Ever since the night I got hammered, I explained this. I think I explained it on stream. Probably not very well, but I think I did, hence why I felt better. And it got a lot off my chest. I was really happy. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind me getting banned from that Pixel Horse game. And chances of me getting unbanned, 0. Just straight up 0. It's been well over a year now. If they were gonna unban me or re-invite me, then yeah, I don't think I'd go back. I might try it again because they've got some cool new stuff, but I don't think I'd go back to it. I think I found my new home, my new community. So I did actually apply for moderator here, even just to help out while I'm in here on my own, just spending time with the pals, just streaming and whatnot. But I got a message from one of the operators, not going to say any names here. They wanted to know about my past, about the Ponytown incident, hence why I'm sick of explaining it. And after I explained everything, they haven't messaged me back. So I'm kind of assuming they just don't care. They don't want me on the team, which I don't blame them. My past's been pretty shit. I've had a lot of unfortunate shit happen to me. And some of it my own fault, some of it not. But what do you do? So yeah, that's my story, and hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm not going to say fuck you to anybody. I'm not going to say that I hate anybody, but I will say that I have some names and names in my head who I don't appreciate, but there's nothing I can do about it. Not even here. Because these guys' rules are better than Ponytown's rules. These say if it's not related to game, if it doesn't happen in game, no action happens in game. That's pretty much how it is. If you do something in game, you'll get punished in game. If you talk to somebody on Discord and talk shit on them, nothing's going to happen in game. Until there's proof of evidence, nothing happens in game. Everything's investigated and checked. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Good night for the video, but not for the stream.